Hi everybody, welcome to Revitalise Meets, where I get the opportunity to meet business leaders, business entrepreneurs from across the global network. And today we've got the great pleasure to be with a gentleman who's got over 13 years experience in reputation management software and engaging connections online. We're going to find out about his challenges, his achievements, and also his golden top 3 tips for gauging reviews from your business. Can you please join me in welcoming today the one, yes, but the only, Mr. Ian Shapiro of Pramaze. Ian, how are you doing?
I am very well today, Lee. Thank you very much. How are you?
I am very well indeed, and it's took a while, but we eventually got you here for Revitalise Meets, the podcast recording.
Indeed, it's good to be here finally. I know we have been connected for some time now, going back way before the pandemic. You know, this will be the impetus that everybody kind of talks about. But yeah, we know each other way before the pandemic.
Know each other far too well. Know each other far too well. So Ian, just to start off with, I would like you to share with everybody who's watching and listening today a little bit about your background, because I know you came from a mobile bartendering experience, cocktail bartender by the sounds of it, and you've also embraced the virtual engagement really well with Pramaze. But where did your business journey start and where you are at present?
So our business started straight out of university. I was bartending all through university, so that kind of tended to be my trade, the thing that I knew best, and I always knew I was going to work for myself. That came from obviously my dad. He's always been an entrepreneur, and that was the kind of inspiration for me. I always knew I wanted to run my own business. So straight out of university, I started doing cocktail bartending for house parties and hen parties, which modified into corporate team building days and entertaining in that way, and lots of kind of like exhibition stands. So that was the kind of first iteration of our business, and moving on quickly from that, we focused on the cocktail masterclasses, which was primarily booked up by hen parties. Lots of screaming women and hens just wanting to get lots of cocktails. So that was a fun part of my life. So we started that up, and we got in at the right time, and we got lots and lots of bookings. So we ended up becoming a booking agent for cocktail classes, and that teamed us up with lots of venues around the UK, lots of mobile bartenders around the UK, and ultimately we had to build our own booking software. This was the first kind of step into starting to get into the software side of things, which got us into the digital side. So yeah, we did that for a number of years. It was very successful, did great, but we started to see people's perception of how they're booking, and the thought process when they're booking these cocktail classes, about what venues they're going to, what bartenders are booking with. They wanted to know what the experience was going to be like. So we saw this trend probably about 5 or 6 years ago, where the customer wanted to know what venue they're going to, but more so just in what venue, what the reputation of the venue was like. Like, they wanted to know the reviews, they wanted to see pictures, they wanted to know they were going to get a great time. You know, they just wanted to know more about it. So that's where we got into the reputation management software. We wanted to help venues and businesses, because it works in every industry. We wanted to help every business to get better reviews and at least understand what the customer's perception of their reputation was online. Thus, reputation management was born. So we wanted to get into that and really help businesses succeed in attracting more business, because reviews, especially now over the last 18 months or so, everybody looks online. There's no getting away from it. Reviews are one of the first ports of call that people will go to when they're looking to buy anything. So they need to know they're going to get a good time. So that brought us in to the reputation management software, which you know and hopefully love today. And during the pandemic, obviously, we have evolved our offerings to be digital business cards as well, because it's a way people can connect really easily through all these virtual networking events. And worldwide, without borders, you can connect with somebody anywhere through our digital business card. So it all goes hand in hand, but that was the modification or the evolution from cocktail bartending into software, and why it kind of makes sense when you talk about it like that, but it doesn't make sense if you just say, I was a cocktail bartender turned software developer. Yes, that's our business story just now. And it's a nice family business that we've got going on. So
I think it's great and congratulations on what you've done, but it's also you're finding your way once you started to get moving. And looking at the reviews, I think reviews don't get looked at as much as what they should do. But reviews as a business owner is some of the great bit of fuel that gives some changes for the better for their business when they listen to their clients, listen to their customers, listen to what's going on, where they can adapt their business model to really improve it even better from the reviews that you get. And that really comes on well to a question I want to ask you about your biggest achievement to date. And you shared with me prior to today's meeting was about a law firm, and it was about increasing their customer reviews, which I guess in essence has increased their business. Do you want to share us a bit more about that achievement that you've got to?
Yeah, of course. I mean, to name the client, it was Scully & Law. They were a great Glasgow law firm. They've got a few practices about the place, but they really embraced our reputation software, and they started sending out text messages and emails to their clients, just asking for feedback. So they used our software, and that effectively drove their clients to leave reviews because they made it really easy. And ultimately, it got them to the top rated review firm in Glasgow. So on a niche website, I think it's reviewsolicitors.co.uk, they are now number one. If you search for a law firm in Glasgow on their website, which is niche to solicitors, so it's not that you just search in Google. If you're actually wanting a solicitor, they are now number one. And it's because they have embraced this, and they're asking every one of their clients for feedback, and they're making it easy. So they've done really well, and that's a great achievement for us because it confirms that action through our software makes a big difference. And by being number one, by being out there, that is only going to encourage people that search online to give them more, give them a better opinion of them, and they're going to get a great service from them. So yeah, it's great to have that feedback coming from their clients.
And it's good when you're being proactive towards it as well, though. So when you've got a structure, an action point that they want to achieve with it, and that's what, as you mentioned, Scully & Law has been able to do that as well. And I think when you've got reviews, people are looking at it for a reason. It's going to generate more business, because if the reviews are more positive than negative, you can always work upon constructive feedback that comes in from a negative review, and never look at it as a positive, as a negative. Positive can turn that way. Really important indeed, and congratulations on doing that. So with over the time you've gone through from the cocktail classes, the running the cocktail business, to then going into the reputation management software delivery, to the digital business cards, dovetailing all that in together, it's been a bit of a trying 18 months of what's going on, but we talked about it briefly. How have you adapted your business model with your father, Frank, over the last 18 months to embrace or engage a virtual network with your business?
Yeah, so I mean, over the last 18 months, it's certainly been a focus of ours to help with the digital business cards primarily. We still are obviously focusing a lot on the reputation software too, but evolving. The landscape was focused on the digital business cards at this point. So we really wanted to help people connect. Because the physical events weren't happening so much, we felt the digital world was where people needed to connect. And this digital business card meant you could do that virtual handshake. You could send people to your website, to your products, to even just to arrange one-to-ones, having your calendar link or appointment scheduler built into your digital business card was so important now, because people weren't meeting up face-to-face at coffee shops, and this was their kind of digital handshake, so to speak. When you're in a virtual room with 80 or so people, like in the Revitalise events, you can't get around everybody, but you can put your details in the comments, and this made it so simple. So we adapted and we diversified a bit into the digital business cards, specifically in lockdown, to help more businesses connect and drive them to their calls to action, whether it was arranging one-to-ones or signing up to newsletters or just saving you to your contacts. It's always important, but whichever one is your most focal point, then we can help with that.
And I think looking at it with the engagement and the way that works, I mean, it is like a virtual handshake. Has it helped with the geography? Have you seen a big difference now with connections that you're meeting across the globe? Or are you meeting other people in other areas of the world?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, our products aren't defined or specified to the UK even. Yeah. I don't know what the word I was trying to find there, but I lost it. Yeah, we are a truly worldwide product. So if I can't speak any other language, so we have limited our networking to English-speaking countries. But yeah, America, Australia, I've been meeting people from all over, and it does go further afield. So it does met a lot of people in Ireland who are working with people in Canada and things as well. There is no borders with our products. It's really easy to work and help anybody, connect with anybody. As you know as well, you've kind of introduced us to a few people who are worldwide, and the world is smaller now. So the digital world is something to embrace, and we're loving it. We're enjoying it.
I think that's one of the big things that people mention, especially now that we're working in our industry, that industry of engagement. Whereas before you were sort of pigeonholed to certain areas you could work face to face. With looking at online and what it has on offer, it has opened up all the doors across the globe even further. As one door opens, another one does with somebody else who you're talking to in that area, that continent that you're speaking to. Now, with everything that you've been doing, with all the connections you've been making with Pramaze, you must have a golden top 3 tips that you like to share with me and share with the listeners and the viewers today. But I want you to focus on your golden top 3 tips in receiving your reviews for your business. What would be those top 3 to everybody who's watching and listening today, Ian?
So top 3 tips for reviews is always ask for feedback. That's my number 1 tip, is always ask for feedback. Because we've come across a few clients where we know that they will only ask for feedback of the clients they know were happy. Now, there's obviously a couple of issues with that, and that you're obviously always going to get the praise, but you're never going to hear the constructive feedback. Now, feedback in itself is always positive, because if it is something you need to fix in your business, you need to know about it. And the only people that are going to tell you about it are the people that have experienced the things that could be better. So we obviously always ask for feedback from every client. Now, it's different for each client. If you sell a one-off product like a pair of shoes, you ask for feedback pretty much there and then. If you run something like a subscription product or an ongoing coaching service, then you need to kind of gauge when you're going to ask that. Is it a month into it, 2 months into it, when they're kind of truly engaged and starting to get real value at your product? However you ask and whenever you ask is down to your business, but always ask for feedback. So that's my number 1 tip, because consistent reviews coming in will again help with search engines and things as well. So it's always going to be positive if you can always ask for feedback. Good. And with our software, we can help kind of keep anything negative private, but the ultimate aim is always to get feedback. Number 2 is always make it easy for your clients to leave feedback. So just asking for feedback isn't often enough, because they then need to go onto Facebook and search for you. They need to go into Google and search or whatever. If you can give them links or a QR code, QR codes are everywhere now. People are so used to using QR codes. As they're walking in or out of your shop, just get them to scan a QR code and they're going to get straight to your review platforms. Again, this is one where our software can make it really, really easy. We give you all this, but make it easy for your clients. If you're not going to give direct links, then you're putting an extra barrier in the way for them to actually leave you a review and leave you feedback. And that's one more chance for them not to give you that feedback. So simple, if you can give them direct links, is really, really important. And number 3 is, once you've got those reviews and once you've got that feedback, showcase it, publicize it, and get it out there. This is absolute gold for you and your business, to have a happy client tell you what you're doing right, to say, I had such a great experience with this company, I'm willing to put my name to it. That is absolute gold. There's nothing that can speak stronger, other than your friend saying physically to you, go and have a chat with Lee. It's like, go and have a chat with Lee, he will do wonders for your business. But even then, if I said, go and have a chat with Lee, join this networking group, what the first thing they're going to do? They're going to search online for Lee and Revitalise and find out what the members are saying. So if you get a personal recommendation from a friend, the online feedback still matters, because it backs up what you've heard off your friend. So make it easy, always ask for feedback, and showcase your reviews on your website, on your digital business card, or wherever you can. And I know Lee, you're great for this. I think you've got a feedback Thursday, is it? You do once a week?
Usually a Tuesday. I'll put a feedback on the Tuesday. That's right. Feedback on Tuesday. Or testimonial Tuesday.
That's it.
That's it. So yeah. Definitely.
So these things are just so important, and it's so simple to do. Make it easy for your clients and then get the word out. It only speaks volumes to how well you're doing.
Definitely. And everybody watching and listening, make sure you get your notebooks at the ready and write those down. And as Ian was saying, number one, always be asking. Number two, keep it easy, straightforward and simple. And number three, showcase what you do. Tell people about what you're doing right. Because if you're telling people the right answers, they're going to come back to you and find out how they can get involved as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, write it down, get it organized. And if you have any questions, fire them through to Mr. Shapiro. In no doubt he'll be able to help you in some way, shape, or form. Thanks for sharing those, Ian. That's really useful top 3 tips. Now, we talk about self-reflection, we talk about learnings, we talk about knowledge that we're gaining from others. What have you learned about yourself in the last 18 months? Has it been through self-reflection? Has it been through training? Or has it been through individuals, connections? Could you share us your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've really embraced digital. I have to say, over the 18 months, I love digital, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I do miss being around actual humans at some point. The benefit of that, obviously, the benefit of lockdown has been that I've had my wife in the house with me all the time, which has actually been great. It's like I have always worked from home. I've always worked remotely, but having the day broken up by going in for the physical Revitalise events or just a coffee one-to-one here and there, or even going to somebody's office to give a demo of our reputation management software, was great to break it up and have that kind of physical meetings. But yeah, I definitely missed that side while embracing the technology side. So I'm kind of torn between the two because I really like them both. So on reflection, I do want to get back to physical events and the physical meetings. There's no doubt about that. But the digital world is here to stay. There's no doubt about it. In terms of personal kind of development and things like that, I've thrown myself into fitness while my wife has thrown herself into baking.
So, good combo there, Ian. That's a really good combo.
It cancels each other out a little bit, to be honest. Our freezer gets full of kind of cakes and this and that because we can't physically finish a cake between two of us, so it has to be frozen. And yeah, it's the temptation of that. So yeah, I do love keeping fit and things. So that's something that I've thrown myself into as well. But nothing can be taken away from the fact of just keeping getting more one-to-ones. And obviously, like you say as well, Lee, I've loved getting one-to-ones just with anybody, hearing how people's experience of this, like throughout lockdown, how they're dealing with it and kind of attitudes towards things. It's just great to get different perspectives as well, beyond just, I mean, obviously we're based in Glasgow, but beyond Glasgow and hearing how things down south or in America or Canada are going. And it's exciting how close the world can be now, so that's what I'm really looking forward to. And it's when travel's allowed again, I will certainly be making use of that and trying to visit lots of places. But it's made me want to visit more and obviously have more, I don't know, personal, I'm trying to say, have people around and just meet people more. I think that's what I'm probably missing. But as with everybody that's out there just now is probably feeling the same way, ready to get a handshake and a hug here and there,
A bit of face-to-face, a cup of coffee with somebody, a bit of a natter in a different type of environment as well. But I think you're right what you say. We've all embraced a bit more time with the family, a bit more time to self-reflect, look at our daily routines from health and fitness. And I think that's more from a mental capacity as well, or a mental sort of look at things for our mental health, we should say, most importantly. So good to hear about the fitness and cakes. That's a new session altogether, that one, everybody. Fitness and cakes, or cakes and fitness, one of the two. So thank you for sharing everything today, Ian. I really appreciate it. But what's next for you? What's next for Pramaze? What's around the next door of opportunity for yourself?
So yeah, with reputation management, we're always going to be evolving that. So we've recently brought out a few new widgets and things to showcase your reviews on your website. So that's always evolving, and that is always going to be building on. Digital business cards are here to stay, but what we are bringing out very soon is a new platform that can be used as digital business cards, but it's also a collection of all your links, your social media, your videos, your podcasts, whatever like that, and make it really, really easy. So we are building a platform which is a completely new software, and we're really excited about it because it's going to be very simple to use for the user and easy to explain how to use it. So hopefully that's going to make a lot more connections. So that is called Linkaroo, but it's not out yet. This is just a wee teaser just now, and I don't want to give too much away because we're still building in the features. So it's exciting times. But yeah, that doesn't take away from the fact that we'll keep reputation management, and the digital business cards that we know and love just now are not going anywhere. But yeah, the next stage is another software that we're bringing out very, very soon, which should help a lot of businesses to connect online as well. So that's exciting times.
Brilliant. And I think it's exciting times, and I wish you all the very best for the endeavours. I mean, you've been a great support to the RBC, you've been a great support to all of the members and connections that I've spoken to in regards to the offering and the services that you provide. It's been second to none. And if anyone's watching and listening out there as well, I'd highly recommend that you organise a one-to-one with Ian to find out. And that's what I'm coming on to next. So if someone out there wanted to book in a virtual cuppa with yourself, Ian, how can they make contact with you after hearing about everything you've mentioned today?
Excellent. Yeah. So number one, we'd say is go to Lee's digital business card, and we have built in a directory of the members in Lee's card. So there you can find a direct link to my digital business card, and contact me whichever way you want, by phone, email, or LinkedIn. But primarily, you can, even if you're watching this on YouTube, you can scan the QR code behind me, open up your phone, scan that QR code, you'll get my business card straight onto your phone. Visit our website at pramaze.com. That's spell it like amaze with PR at the front.com. And you can reach me at team@pramaze.com. So you can reach me in a number of ways, but yeah, digital business card through Lee's directory on his card is the number one way to go and see.
Brilliant. Well, as I said earlier, I would highly recommend that you organise that virtual cup of coffee, that virtual one-to-one with Ian, to find out how he can expand your business, most importantly on a virtual network, and really get those virtual handshakes going out there further across the globe with all the connections that you're going to make. Ian, I'd like to say a massive thank you from me personally for spending your time with me today and for sharing your journey with everybody who's been watching and listening.
No, a big thank you to you as well. I mean, the support that you and Revitalise give us, and it works really, really well, the partnership we've got. So it's fantastic to finally get this chat with you on your YouTube channel and get it out there. But yeah, amazing support from you and the Revitalise team. So it's an amazing community you put together. So
it's an absolute pleasure, Ian. Absolute pleasure as always. And thank you to you all for watching and for listening today to Revitalise Meets. Stay tuned for more interviews coming with business owners, business leaders, and business entrepreneurs from across the global network. As always, from me and Ian, it's goodbye. But remember, keep safe, keep healthy, and as always, keep connecting, everybody. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye for now.